Hi, my name is Sean, and I'm the founder of Stop Stuff, an action-oriented apparel and entertainment enterprise. We are determined to create 1 million leaders, activists, and social entrepreneurs to actually change the world. I was born knowing my why, knowing that I was here to positively impact people. And my why was deeply strengthened on 9/11. You see, I am a 9/11 survivor. I actually watched the second plane hit the World Trade Center. I could see United on the plane. I could see the windows. So I know what it feels like to experience immediate and communal terror. 9/11 was a wake-up call for a lot of people. For me, it was a reminder of who I am, that I am a warrior here to provide guidance and resources to people to be themselves and change the world. Now, I met Jerry Levin, who was the CEO of Time Warner. And while he was the CEO of Time Warner, his son Jonathan was a school teacher in New York City. His son was bound and shot in the head. Now, Jerry was the first person I had ever met who was directly impacted by gun violence. And I learned through him what it means to lose a child to gun violence, that there is no recovery from it. There is no day that gets better. And on that day, I made a personal commitment face-to-face to Jerry that I would do something to stop gun violence. And that's when I created the Stop Gun Violence logo, which is indicative of stop killing people with guns right now, today. Now, 8 months later, the Alton Sterling shooting happened, and I watched this unarmed man in Baton Rouge get shot on replay over and over all day. And I cried, and the next day, I woke up resolute. I have practiced law. I ran a nonprofit for Reggie White. I did institutional sales of convertible bonds. I've been COO, CEO, LMNOP. I managed a music portfolio for worth $53 million for the likes of Smokey Robinson and Rick James. And I say all that not to brag about what I've done, but to let you know that the day after that Alton Sterling video was shown, I quit everything I was doing and committed 100% of my time and resources to doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Now, the aftermath of 9/11 was actually amazing. I had the opportunity to experience the most magnificent communal love that I've ever experienced. It was a time when we looked at each other eye to eye and silently said, I love you. I value you. I know we can get through this. I know we can do this together. I know we will rebuild this city. And that is what drives me in everything that I do today. It's the reason that I know for sure that we can stop homelessness, that we can stop poverty, that we can stop child abuse, that we can stop gun violence. So what is Stop Stuff? Stop Stuff is an action-oriented apparel and entertainment enterprise geared towards millennials. Millennials make up 30% of our population. They spend $200 billion annually, and they spend 8% more on apparel than the rest of us. They are concerned with two things. One, being better people. They are avid consumers of self-help information. And secondly, they believe that we can change the world. 74% of millennials contribute through money or time to nonprofits. So what I've done is create an easy way for them to participate in the process and for brands to also participate in that process. The first avenue is apparel. So 15% of all the apparel goes to nonprofits around the country who are actively and successfully fighting some of the issues that I listed earlier. That means when I sell 100,000 hats, $375,000 is going to go back into the community. And it also means that brands can come in and buy the hats, put their logo on it, and distribute those brands to the hats to their consumers. The other avenue is the Stop Stuff, Each One, Teach One, Uplift One tour, which is sponsored by, which is also sponsored by brands so that they can, rather than sell to millennials, they'll actually be edifying millennials through intimate conversations with celebrity influencers who are talking about what they've been through in their own lives. So coming to a close and knowing that time is of the essence, I have to tell you, I met a young kid in October. His name was Anthony Nelson, in Los Angeles at the Community Youth Center. This kid was in foster care, cared about music. He had the hat on. He talked about how we need to stop violence in our own communities. And by December, Anthony was dead. So, you know, we all share the same fate. and we all deserve the same compassion and opportunity. Stop Stuff will not stop until we go to every block by block, city by city, neighborhood by neighborhood, state by state, until we create 1 million leaders, activists, and social entrepreneurs to stop stuff so we can start stuff and actually change the world. Thank you.